Pear Tree Paper Crafts. I just wanted to come and do a little video today because I was making some cut files for various layouts that I'm planning to do over the next couple of weeks, and it occurred to me that although some people do what I'm about to show you, not everyone does, and I just wanted to show you how effective this can be. And I've actually done two different types, and I just want to show you how you can get the most out of your cardstock. So to start with, this file that you can see right here is a cut file from Paige Taylor Evans, or from Happy Scrappy Place, and I think this is one I've paid for. She does give quite a lot of free ones out on her Facebook group, Happy Scrappy Place, but this one particularly, I love butterflies, and there's quite a few very similar to this floating around on the internet, but I really liked this one because I liked all the different sized butterflies. Anyway, so what I've done is I've made it, I think I made it 10 inches across. It's slightly less than that top to bottom, but it's 10 inches across, which fits perfectly on a 12 by 12 with obviously with a slight gap around the edge. Then what I did was I cut a 1/4 inch from each side of the white cardstock, and I've placed it on a sheet of blue cardstock from the Horizon collection, again by Paige Taylor Evans, and Pink Paisley. So brilliant, I've got a beautiful cut file. I like the blues. I specifically went with the blues here because I have a little boy and he loves butterflies and all things insecty, so I know what I'm going to use this sheet for. But then rather than doing anything different with all these pieces that came out, all the kind of waste, if you like, I decided I would take this white sheet, and what I did was, before I chopped it down and placed it on the blue, I washi taped it over the top of this sheet here. So what I ended up doing was I just stuck it down with washi tape at the edges, and then I took each one from the cut mat and placed it back in to its original space, a little bit like a jigsaw, so that I now have another cut file and another sheet to use. I love the heart, I love the butterflies, so I thought, well, I might as well use both parts of it. So I stuck the white then onto a sheet of rainbow. This is Vicky Boutin's Colour Kaleidoscope. It's my last sheet of the rainbow paper from that. So I wanted to do something special with it. What I have done is I've only stuck the butterflies, I've done it with wet glue, and I've only stuck them in the very centre section of the butterfly, so that I can just lift them ever so slightly. I mean, the glue has spread a little bit, but I can lift all the edges of the butterflies ever so slightly. I'm trying to do it without creasing them, which is quite tricky. But I can lift the edges just to give the page that extra bit of dimension. And although I may stick some dimension under there, I might not. But what you can see is a slight shadow now, which gives it a really lovely dimension. So that's another page I can use, and they will end up being completely different pages, and they'll look completely different, but I've used one sheet of white cardstock there, so just wanted to share that one with you. I will share the layouts that are completed from these when I've done them. This is the next one I wanted to show you now. This is not a cut file that you'll find anywhere online. I designed this one because I wanted the octagon shape here, because it kind of matched with the piece of paper here, which is again from the, I want to say Horizon, but I don't think it is. I think it's Whimsical. So what I did in Design Studio was I created an octagon, and then placed butterflies within the octagon, and then sliced each one, and deleted the bit that was kind of left in the middle, because then the Cricut would still cut that outline within the octagon. So then when it came to putting the file together, I had all these ones here, and then I placed a few extras round the outside, and I attached them to the page, grouped them and attached them to the page so that they would come out in the right places, so that I definitely had some that came out on the blue papers, some that came out on the green, some that came out on the yellow, orange, pink, etc., so I could spread them around. And any ones that came out of here as well, I've also placed those. You'll see them just to the side there. I've tried really carefully to match up the colours so that you can see exactly where they came from. So then that's one cut file that I've done. What I want to do with this one, I think, is place a photograph in the middle. I wanted it to appear that the butterflies were flying from this coloured area here. So I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. And then in the same way that I did with this one, using the negative, I've kept what you can see here. So I've now got a second cut file, and I don't waste any of that beautiful paper, and I've got colour around the outside, so again I can put a photograph in the middle. What I've done on this one is I've only stuck it down to the white, again trimmed a 1/4 inch off of each side, so that there's just that slight white border. I prefer it. It's just a personal choice thing, but I prefer to have just a slight border around the outside. What I have done with this one is I've left it so that I can tuck things in to the shape, and I can have them kind of popping out from behind this shape that I've left. So this isn't stuck down, it's only stuck down around the edges. But I just wanted to show you how, if you're just a little bit creative with how you use your cut files, and don't just send them to cut, that you can actually get 2 separate pages. I mean, yes, there's 2 sheets of white here, but there is only 1 sheet of colour. And the opposite way around, I suppose, on these two, there's 1 sheet of white and 2 sheets of colour. Whereas in the past, I probably would have done maybe 1 sheet at a time. And this way, I've ended up with 2, and I absolutely love them. I think when they are turned into full layout, I mean, they look pretty enough as they are right now, I think, but when they're turned into full layouts, I think they'll be great. So I just wanted to share that with you. So maybe you can give that a little try. If you like the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. There's lots more coming this way. And happy scrapping. Bye.